안녕하세요. 농구대학의 원석영 기자입니다. 제 옆에는 농구대학의 손대범 해설위원님 나와 계시고요. 그런데 사실 오늘 이분 지금 눈에 안 들어옵니다. 더 어마어마한 분이 오셨습니다. 1996년 LA 레이커스 1라운드 지명, 그리고 NBA 통산 5번의 우승, 그리고 NBA 플레이오프 경기만 259경기를 뛰면서 플레이오프 역대 최다 출전 2위 데릭 피셔입니다.
Kobe Bryant and Derek Fisher arrived together as Laker rookies in 1996. They've been teammates for all 5 championship runs.
I've got a little present for you.
Okay.
Actually, it's not for you. Gift for your wife and your
Okay.
daughter. Yeah. This is Korean bag with a Korean pattern. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look good.
Yes.
I hope your family love.
Yes.
Thank
It
you.
will. Thank you.
먼저 한국에 오신 소감이 좀 궁금합니다.
You know, it's been enjoyable so far. The people have been amazing, very hospitable, and looking forward to the next couple of days here.
이제 플레이오프가 시작이 되는데 이제 데릭 피셔 선수가 봤을 때 플레이오프를 딱 한 단어로 표현한다면 어떻게 할 수 있을까요?
One word. Exciting.
사이링.
That's the one word that I would use. So many matchups that are unpredictable. So many great players. So exciting.
얼마 전에 스포츠넷과 그리고 필리핀 언론과 인터뷰에서 이번 레이커스의 플레이오프 엑스팩터는 디안젤로 러셀이라고 인터뷰한 걸 봤는데요. 러셀은 커리어 내내 이제 데릭 피셔와 달리 플레이오프만 되면 되려 좀 약해지는 타입이었는데 NBA에서 플레이오프가 주는 압박은 정말 정규 시즌과 좀 다른지 궁금합니다.
I had my struggles as well, you know, in the playoffs. Like I was sitting here thinking about, okay, the years that we won, the way I played, and then the years that we lost. You know, how did I really play in the important games? So, you know, D'Angelo's had some up and down moments during his career, like all players do. But I believe from what I've seen of D'Angelo this last probably 3 months, I mean, since the trade deadline, he's played really good basketball. He shot the ball really well. He's playing with a lot of confidence. And I think for the first time from the outside looking in, he feels like LeBron and AD and the team around him really value his contributions. And I think that's helping him to play really well.
그 NBA 농구 스타일이 이제 선수로 뛸 때랑 많이 달라졌고 3점슛 더 많이 던지고 있는데 지금 만약에 뛴다면 더 많이 넣지 않았을까 생각하는데 혹시 그런 상상 해보신 적 있는지?
Yes. Yes, for sure. I think about that a lot, you know, how much fun it would be for, you know, as a smaller guy, you know, having a chance to shoot more threes would be a lot of fun.
제가 얼마 전 특별한 기록을 하나 찾았는데요. NBA 역대 플레이오프 시리즈 승리라는 기록인데 Most Playoff Series Wins in NBA History 1위가 르브론의 41회고 2위가 바로 데릭 피셔의 40회더라고요. 이 기록 혹시 알고 있었는지.
That you have that record.
이거를 먼저 알려준 한국인이라 되게 기쁩니다.
Yes, now I can tell my kids that I was close to LeBron in something.
40번의 시리즈 승리와 함께 또 5번의 우승을 했는데 혹시나 개인적으로 가장 기억에 남는 우승이 있다면 언제가 있는지?
Most memorable championship, probably 2009. You know, after winning the first 3 championships in the Kobe Shaq era, you know, we lost in the finals in 2004 to the Pistons. You know, we kind of split up for a few years. We came back together. You know, Kobe, Phil, myself, we added Pau Gasol, but then we lost to the Celtics in the finals in 2008. And, you know, you start to wonder if you're ever going to get a chance to win the championship again. And so when we got it done in 2009, it was really special.
저는 이제 개인적으로 라이브로 본 경기 중에 샌안토니오 시리즈에서 그 0.4초 버저비터가 가장 기억에 남는데 개인적으로 그 경기를 다시 돌아보신 적이 있으신지?
Yeah, no, it was, you know, that was my first game-winning shot in the NBA. You know, that's the best feeling in the world for me. Anytime you can make a play that helps your team win a game, and in particular, a really important playoff game on the road, there's no better feeling.
그 피셔 선수의 선수 시대 때는 트라이앵글 오펜스가 굉장히 좀 주된 무기였는데 그렇다면 만약에 지금 이 시대에 좀 적용할 수 있을까라고 생각하면 어떨 것 같습니다.
Yeah, no, we used the triangle offense to, you know, create good shots for us, and from good spacing, good ball movement, good player movement. Those things still work today, but the way we ran the triangle offense, I don't know if there would be enough spacing on the floor to get the good shots that you need to win today. We could do that 15 years ago, but I think it would be hard to do that today.
이제 멘토 역할을 OKC에서 했었는데 그때 케빈 두란트, 이제 웨스트브룩이었는지 좀 어린 친구들이었는데 그때는 지금 베테랑이 되고 또 리그에서 좀 중요한 위치에 있잖아요. 그 선수들 지금 보면 좀 기분이 어떠신지?
Yeah, no, I was lucky to get a chance to play with those guys. They, you know, Kevin, Russell, James Harden, they, you know, they deserve a lot of credit for opening my mind to coaching, you know, in the NBA. I really wasn't sure that I wanted to coach in the NBA before I got to Oklahoma City. And once I got to spend a couple years around, you know, those guys, it really inspired me, and I was happy to see that the next generation of players, like their character, how hard they worked.
웨스트브룩이 한국에서 굉장히 인기가 많은 선수 중 하나인데 왜인지 혹시 유추할 수 있겠냐고.
That's a good question. I mean, my guess is he's a very passionate basketball player. People from Korea and everywhere love to see when people really care a lot about what they do.
As I said, your nickname is Obu. Westbrook also has a nickname in Korea. His nickname is the basketball. Because he can score, he can assist, he can rebound, he can win, he can lose. So he can do everything. So his name is the basketball, and we love Los.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna have to tell him that when I see him next time.
Thank you.
만약에 본인이 지금 20대라면 꼭 한번 상대해보고 싶은 현역 선수가 있는지.
It's an interesting question. I would want to play against like prime Steph. Like I played against early Steph, and the version of Steph between, you know, like 2014, which was my last year. I would want to face Steph. I enjoyed competing against players that made you work every single second that you were out there. I like that challenge.
코비 브라이언트랑은 이제 드래프트 데이부터 함께 했었는데 좀 가장 오랫동안 손발을 맞춰왔으니까 좀 그런 입장에서 코비를 좀 추억한다면 어떤 사람이었고 또 어떤 선수였는지 좀.
Yeah, I think the most memorable thing about being teammates with Kobe was how much he enjoyed talking the game of basketball. Whether it was before practice or after practice, or you know, on the plane to the next city, or on the bus on the way to the game. He just always enjoyed talking basketball and really being a student of the game.
코비가 생전에 한 인터뷰에서 최고의 팀메이트를 뽑아달라는 질문에 정말 1초의 망설임도 없이 데릭 피셔를 꼽았던 게 기억이 나거든요. 그때 코비가 얘기했던 것 중에 데릭 피셔의 챔피언의 애티튜드가 가장 기억에 남는다고 얘기를 했는데 챔피언의 애티튜드라는 어떤 것인지 궁금합니다.
I wish he was here to explain it. You know, my best guess is, you know, Kobe got a lot of, he received a lot of negative criticism on being a selfish ball hawk type of player. And I recognized very early on that even though he wanted to be great individually, he really wanted to win at all costs. I just wanted to win, and nothing else really mattered to me.
마지막으로 올 시즌 동서부에서 파이널 누가 올라갈 것인지 딱 하나만 얘기해요.
Okay. Yeah, Eastern Conference. It's hard for me to say, but I still have to pick the Celtics to come out of the East. I don't want that to happen necessarily, because I don't want them to get to 18 before the Lakers get to 18. But I think the Celtics have the best chance of coming out of the East, and personally, I think the Knicks have the best chance of maybe preventing that from happening. In the West, if I had to guess today, it's hard to vote against the Nuggets. You know, they have championship experience. They still have arguably the best player in the league on their team, and they will have home court advantage against most of the teams they face. You know, maybe OKC, maybe Minnesota, but those teams have relatively no playoff experience. So, to wrap it up, I would say Nuggets in the West with one of the LA teams would be my dark horse. In the East, Celtics with the Knicks as the dark horse.
Lastly, I'd like to ask you a favor.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you say some greeting words in Korean
Oh,
to our fans?
I mean, I'll try.
Yeah, don't worry. Let me tell you. 농구 대학,
Dong,
농구
Dongbu,
대학,
Teha.
예,
Okay, good.
예. 폼
Home,
미쳤다,
Whoa,
미쳤다.
Michota.
Okay. 농구 대학, 폼 미쳤다.
Dongbu Teha. Like form, like form. Like
Perfect. 폼 미쳤다.
Okay, form, Michota. Can you look at the camera over there and say it? Okay. All together?
Yeah.
Donggu Teha. Form, Michota.
네. Thank you very much. Yeah.
It means like no basketball university. You are killing it. Right?